What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome back, Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash on cold Friday. But being cold nowadays is a norm, isn't it? It's not news. It's one day to the Premier League season. We can actually count the hours. I think it's like 27 and a half hours right now as I'm recording this. One day. Man, I'm so excited about this one. I am so excited. I'll be totally excited as an Arsenal fan once we complete the signing of two guys, Thomas Partey and Awar, but I'll be getting the transfers in a jiffy. First, yesterday we saw the FIFA ratings coming out for FIFA 21, and some were insane. And the highest rated player is Lionel Messi with 90. What is it? 93 or is it 94? 93, then we have Ronaldo with 92, then we have 91s like in Lewandowski, we have a couple of 90s, we have KDB, we have Mo Salah, we have Sadio Mane, we have Van Dijk, we have Mbappe and Neymar also being rated at 90. Then 89 zinafuata huko akina Sergio Ramos, akina Benzema and all that stuff. One thing, however, that caught my eye is the fact that Aubameyang is not in the top 10 highest rated players in the Premier League. As in how? AJ. You cannot put 10 Premier League players, top 10, and you have no Aubameyang in there. No freaking way. No way. So that was the first red flag that I read out of FIFA 21. Aubameyang, even his rating dropped by 1 this year. So it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me is how Pepe is at 79 right now. How is Pepe at 79? How? Aje. Wamereduce hadi pace yake. Henderson has been rated equally or the same with Paul Pogba. Wote wako 86. Bale. Okay, Bale doesn't make sense, but Bale ameshukishwa hadi 79. The pace of Jadon Sancho has been reduced from 85 last year to 83. How the hell does that make sense? I mean, Jadon Sancho just had one of the best seasons he's ever had since he began playing football. And you are reducing his pace? I mean, what the hell are they smoking at EA Sports? You know, got me wondering like that. As in, some of those things, it make sense. Vitu zingine hazi-add up. So the highest, in terms of pace, niliona Mbappe, I think they are highest, akona 96. Kucheza na PSG next year itakuwa balaa. FIFA 21 itakuwa nitafurahi. I think I might have just to go to PSG right now. But that's what it is. Some of those ratings for me, they did not add up. They did not make sense. They are kind of questionable. Then yesterday we also had Sky Sports sharing a poll that was done by YouGov. I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. They had done a poll on VAR, and there were some sentiments that were aired yesterday. Like I had seen, there are 71% of people who are saying they're happy with the VAR. It should stay as long as some changes are made, which, yeah, I agree. I mean, VAR is not that bad. It's just that the guys behind the cameras, those dudes, man, they just make some dubious decisions. It just spoils everything. It just changes everything. There were 63% of people who said VR now makes the games less enjoyable, especially on telly. I mean, can you imagine if on telly it's like that? What about in the pitch? The fans who are in the stadium, it's even less enjoyable for them with the VAR stuff, especially for those grounds that have no screens. They don't know what the hell is going on. So for them, of course, it's a different scenario. 51% said that Vieira has done badly. They're just not happy at all with it. Hawaitaki, or they just doing a bad job. So some interesting developments there to do with VR. We hope we're going to be seeing some of those changes in the Premier League next year, or this coming season tomorrow, starting tomorrow at 12:30, at 2:30. So we're going to be waiting to see if that's going to happen. Another piece of news that was announced yesterday, different from transfers, is that Arteta's role at Arsenal has been changed now from head coach to first team manager. Head coach to first team. Head coach is what likes of Unai Emery were. Even Arteta, by the way, before yesterday, he was still a head coach. But they were saying, like, I was watching the interview by the Vinay Venkatesham and Edu Gaspar talking about why they should change the role of Arteta is because of the way he was behaving himself, the way he was carrying himself in the club, the kind of roles he was undertaking, even before he was being told to. So they decided to change that from head coach to first team manager, meaning he's going to be having a say in the transfer and the recruitment of the players, in terms of the guys who the club wants to loan out, in terms of the guys the club should sell out, in terms of the guys the club should bring in, So he's going to be having a huge say, unlike what was there before. And now he's going to be working hand in hand with Edu, who's of course our technical director. So it's kind of a different setup that you would see in other clubs that have adopted the structure of having maybe director of football and technical director and head coach. For him it's different. He's going to be having a say on who we are going to buy. He's actually going to be recommending the kind of players we should sign. So I think that just, in one essence, just takes out the whole role of what do you call it? Head of recruitment. Role like how we had Sven Mislintat, that role just goes out of the window. So Arteta is going to be involved in that, and I think it's nice. It kind of takes us back to the days of Wenger, because Wenger was in charge of almost everything. The guys you're going to buy, the guys you're going to sell, the guys who should take out on loan, the guys you're going to bring in on loan. So it's interesting. And when you look at what they're doing there, having Arteta do that, then you have Edu there, and you have Vinay Venkatesham. It's a different setup, and I like it. No, I like it. Kind of gives me a feeling like Arteta is going to be at Arsenal for a long time. I have that feeling. He's going to be at Arsenal for a long time. That's for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to be changing things in terms of the guys we sell. Of course, when you see you have sold a guy, would you Arteta recommend that dude to be sold? If you bought a guy, Arteta definitely wants that dude and has recommended him to be sold, to be bought. Just like how we are saying with likes of Aouar and Thomas Partey. They are guys who Arteta is particularly interested in, but I'll get to that later on. All right, let's get into transfers right now, and I'm not going to start with Arsenal. Yesterday we saw Michy Batshuayi, Batman, moving back to Crystal Palace. I think that dude has gone to Crystal Palace like what? This has to be the third time now. He's going to Crystal Palace. Clearly he likes living in London. Yesterday we also saw news breaking out, actually late into the night yesterday. Emi Martinez might be eventually leaving Arsenal. He might be going to Aston Villa. Apparently, Aston Villa have made a bid of £20 million, and we are kind of obliged to sell Emi Martinez. Because, it hurts, to be honest, because I wanted to see, the two of them. For me, as an Arsenal fan, I wanted to see the two of them staying in the club, competing. It's been a long time since we had, two decent goalies. So why not have two? Why not have them go on and just compete throughout the goddamn season? But it seems it's not going to be happening. And, of course, because of cash constraints, you could see why the club want to sell, because they still want to go and sign other players. So if you fetch 20M from Emi Martinez and you fetch some other 20 from Torreira, that's going to be good business. And of course, they're going to be having the money now to go fetch Thomas Partey and Aouar. I think we're going to sign those two players as Arsenal. So yeah, Emi Martinez was not going to get a lot of game time at Arsenal, so we definitely wanted to play more. We could not guarantee him first team football, and he's going to be guaranteed that and much more at Aston Villa. So it makes sense for him. And makes also sense for Arsenal, because we're going to get the cheddar. Barcelona are still interested in signing Memphis Depay. They have agreed personal terms with him, but they have not made any bid to Olympique Lyonnais. So that remains to be seen if it's going to be happening. I also saw somewhere Fabrizio saying that Barcelona had also contacted Aubameyang some weeks ago, but Aubameyang's what do you call it? Entourage. Yes, Aubameyang's entourage turned that down because he had decided to stay at Arsenal and extend his contract, of which is going to be made official soon, of which I hope is going to be today. Nashangaa sana Arsenal nini waja-announce. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for, but they should make that deal official as soon as possible. So many Arsenal fans are waiting to see that. All right, so Aubameyang is not, of course, is not going to be going to Barcelona. Memphis Depay, on the other hand, is going to be leaving, and he's wanted by Koeman. PSG yesterday decided to go for Alessandro Florenzi from AS Roma instead of signing Hector Bellerin from Arsenal. Apparently, they were giving us a shitty deal. They wanted to get, I think, Bellerin on loan and then buy him later. Or ilikuwa ni nini? There's a deal they gave us that was so skewed, we could not take it. No matter how much we want the money, we could not take it. And ilikuwa sort of Matarauki plan. So they decided to go for Florenzi. Good luck to them. Juve. Interesting. Juventus, apparently, they are being linked with wanting a move back for Moise Kean. Hiyo kwanza ni a shocker. What the hell is going on? So apparently they want Moise Kean as backup option for their striking options. that might not happen because Everton just bought him a year ago for 30 million euros. There's absolutely no way they are loaning him back. I mean, I don't see that happening. But it's been reported that they want him back. Higuain has left Juventus. He has gone to Inter Miami. Of course, the new club for David Beckham. I'm sure he's going to be earning some crazy cheddar over there, some crazy wages. Newcastle were apparently making a bid or had made a 35 million euros bid for Boubakary Soumare from Lille, and it was turned down by Lille, so bad news for them. But still, hey, that would have been a heck of a move for Newcastle. Hey, wangepata Soumare ingekuwa something else altogether, but that bid is not going to work out. Sandro Tonali eventually has joined AC Milan from Brescia, and yeah, like I said, I think a couple of weeks, 1 week ago, I guess, Sandro Tonali is the real deal. That dude, hey, remember the name, Sandro Tonali. Sancho was being reported as there's some news yesterday saying that Man United have made a breakthrough for Sancho, and I'm like, what is the breakthrough? Because the only breakthrough that is needed here is for Man United and Borussia Dortmund to come to an agreement. It's not for Man United to come to an agreement with Jadon Sancho. I think that was done weeks, if not months ago. Personal terms between Jadon Sancho and Manchester United are okay. That has never been a problem. The problem has always been, for the last how many weeks, the valuation of Jadon Sancho by Borussia Dortmund versus what Manchester United is willing to give out. That is the problem. And I don't think that has been solved yet. So, yeah, those news were kind of, I don't know, nilishangaa sana by the kuziona, especially from Sky Sports. It didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense because we all know where the conundrum is there. Like I said, Arsenal is interested in Aouar. It has been reportedly said, or it has been reported widely, if you ask me. Apparently, the board and Arteta too are interested in signing him. Aouar is also interested in leaving Lyon, Olympique Lyonnais. He wants to go to the Premier League. So, yeah, Olympique Lyonnais might reluctantly have to sell him, you know, because he wants to leave. They want the money. They need to get the money quickly so that they can start their own rebuilding. The transfer window is coming to an end. You know, we have like 3 weeks to go now, I think. Is it 3 or 4? Yeah, just above 3 weeks. It's like 25 days up to the closure of the transfer window. So they need that money. They will end up after replacements ASAP. All right, so they might have to sell Aouar. They might have to sell Memphis Depay. Nobody has made a move for Dembele, so that dude might be staying. But that's what it is. So we're going to be waiting to see if Arsenal is going to be signing Aouar. I think we seriously need him. We need him alongside Thomas Partey. Those two dudes, we need them. If we get those two dudes, I mean to fry. I mean tunaingia top 4 na ubaya sana. So today I'm going to be having a sit down with an IG live session with Nicolette White or Samra. We're going to be having an IG live session with her around 7:30 or 8 o'clock today in the evening. I had a sit down 2 days ago with some guys as we were discussing Fantasy Premier League and making predictions for the top 4. So I'm gonna be sharing that with you today. You should be on the lookout for that one. I was excited about that one. So let's get ready for the Premier League. We have like 27 hours to go. It's gonna be mad fun. I'm so excited about it. Bring on the new season, man. Later. I'm so ready for it. All right, that's all for now, folks. Have a fantastic day and take care of yourselves.